this video is getting hundreds of thousands of views, so much exposure for our sellers, and ended up being extremely classy because of the way they actually showed the house. And all that matters is that you're getting views on the actual listing, right? Like, who cares if you have a few pissed off real estate agents?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Walkthrough Podcast presented by BAM, the show you watch and listen to if you're someone who wants to leverage social media to grow your business and your brand. Today, I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Eric, the Broke Agent Simon, returning guest, Miss Alyssa Kernot, and Katie Lucy from sunny Jupiter, Florida. In store for you today, we have TikTok's new photo app. This is Deja Vu. We have Instagram's new insight. Oh, Eric's going to drop another Woj bomb on us today. What's working in our real estate marketing, and a controversial listing video that you need to watch. Make sure to smash that like button. Wish Eric a happy birthday. Wish Haley a happy birthday at the end of the month. Get into BAMX, BAM Bash, or Coachella's tomorrow. Prices are going up by the second. Oh, wait, well, this will be by Thursday, so now you've already have seen that. So let us know what you've thought about the virtual event. Get into Reminder Media. And hello, Mrs. Simon. Let's get to it. Y'all ready?
We're ready. Let's do it. First off, I want to say, if you are watching this right now, that means you're on the new YouTube channel. You're on the Viral Agent channel. So we switched from the main BAM channel to Viral Agent because we want everything to be specific, all real estate marketing to feed that algorithm, which is a genius move. So thank you for being here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And by the way, Dan, someone chirped us in the last episode and said you guys spend the first 20 minutes just basically praising yourselves, which I don't think we do. We were just telling people like, hey, we appreciate the direction the show has gone.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever
say
praised
to that guy ourselves at all.
Ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I make
so
fun.
No praise, no praise
other.
coming here.
Yeah, I mean that
guy's going to be blocked. He can't watch the show. All right, I'm going to get into some breaking news here because TikTok is doing something that Instagram has already done for years. So it looks like TikTok may be close to launching its new dedicated photo app, which has been in the works for a while and may have a new official name. It is going to be called TikTok Notes, a new app for photo posts, and your existing and future public TikTok photos will now be shown as TikTok Notes. So essentially, TikTok's looking to launch a clone of what Instagram originally was and populate it with all still images that have already been shared to its main app. So it's kind of pulling a Uno reverse on Meta and replicating its features for change, though whether TikTok users will actually be interested, that is the question. So yes, Dan, your hand is up.
Yes, I have a question, Mr. Simon. I thought TikTok was like potentially going away. And now there's a new version of the app, but it's going to be called something else. Very hard to follow along with.
It would just be a section, I think, in TikTok called TikTok Notes. But I think the point is with all of this is that, you know, we mentioned this almost every week on the show that all these apps are trying to become these super apps. Twitter's trying to become Instagram. Instagram's trying to become TikTok. TikTok's trying to become Instagram. YouTube's trying to be everything. So having your presence on multiple platforms obviously is the move. Is anybody even producing TikToks anymore? Alyssa, are you touching this app? Katie, Dan, are you still posting those golf videos? Anyone doing anything on TikTok in real estate anymore?
Nope. No.
I am consuming.
Okay, there we go.
I am consuming on TikTok, and I do feel as though I'm. They know the algorithm for me. I mean, I learned how to hit a 4-iron like Scotty Scheffler this weekend from TikTok. I can tell you that much. But in terms of actually posting on it, absolutely not. I wouldn't even know how to do it, to be honest.
I feel like a lot of agents are not doing that anymore. I feel like 2020, 2021, it was kind of like the Glenda Baker style where everybody was posting on TikTok. And I even made a video saying you're an idiot if you're not posting to TikTok. I regret posting that video. I'm actually the idiot because I also haven't posted there and it hasn't affected my business, which isn't selling real estate. So who am I to talk?
You know what I would, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a TikTok account called Broke Agents Old Takes Exposed and just expose all of your takes about, I mean, geez, getting the Clubhouse back in the day. That was the move, right? Like the amount of takes, but I guess if you're just shooting from the hip every single day, and because there are so many changes constantly, you know, sometimes you're going to get one wrong, Nostradamus, which is totally fine.
Look, it's a weekly marketing podcast. You got to pull some stuff out of your ass. You got to have some stuff to say here. Speaking of pulling stuff out of my ass, this is actually extremely interesting. I posted a 20-second Instagram reel today of Lana Del Rey. Ever heard of her? Anyone? Lana Del Rey. She just sang at Coachella. Trend Jack right there. Mm-hmm. Instagram notified me right after on the video. It said, The length of your reel may be impacting its reach. Reels more than 30 seconds usually perform better. Have you guys seen this on your posts yet? Instagram is literally outwardly notifying people to post reels longer than 30 seconds, which echoes what we talked about last week, Dan, about quality over quantity and that length of the reel actually matters. This plays into Katie and Alyssa because both of you are posting 50-second, a minute and a half. Alyssa's, that pickleball video was 45 minutes, I think. So I think this is perfect for both of you guys.
Yeah, I'm jacked about that. That's cool.
All right, good. Yeah, there we go. So that's the quick news right there. That's all.
So
And
you're getting
TikTok
real
news-
time feedback, Eric. Like they're literally like you're getting a DM from Instagram saying like, "Hey man, your DM would have done better had you have posted it for 41 seconds on the nose as opposed to 30." Because that's actually pretty sick. That's like Tom Toole getting the call from Mark Zuckerberg over the weekend.
I'm hoping the camera will pick this up,
It
but I don't know if you can see that. It literally says right there, the length of your reel may be impacting its reach. So that's Instagram outwardly telling people that you should start posting reels that are above 30 seconds long. So that's a little tidbit right there. Also, I just want to say this. I don't know if you've been feeling it, Alyssa or Katie, but the algorithm has been absolutely awful lately. All Instagram engagement seems to be down like 80%. I'm getting 80% less reach than I did. And I think it's because of these changes Instagram's making. There's some glitches. It looks like I'm like collabing with models. Have you seen this, Dan, where it's like you go on a feed and it looks like the broke agent is collabing with other accounts when it's not?
Can't relate on the model piece or the engagement piece. Can relate to the insight thing though. I do get these notifications that says like your reel has over X amount of watch time or X amount of shares. Like keep it up. Like it's like, I don't know, some sort of AI system. But I do think that it's the algorithm, but I think it's also just the content. And I think it's the cycle that we're in because I spent 45 minutes last night trying to find, the marketing of the week. And for everybody that watches the show, every single week we have to find a new clip and send it in our group chat. And it gets a little bit repetitive. So to find the best marketing of the week to share with you guys, it takes a lot of scrolling and a lot of videos watched in the real estate industry. And like, I just found myself last night, like I can't watch any of this anymore. Right. Like it's 6 seconds of how the title of the video is how I get my offers accepted. It's a girl walking. I watched it 5 times. I was waiting. I thought she was still walking.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. So I think people are. It's not. I would disagree with you. I don't think it's the algorithm. I think it is, or I think it's people spending less time on the app.
You think everyone's just sick of everything?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the same. Yeah. I think it's
all right. So everyone's sick of everything. But here's the good news: we do know what's working this week in real estate marketing. And we do have some stuff working. So Alyssa, I'm going to start with you. Okay. Do you have anything working right now in your business from a marketing perspective? And if so, can you share it with us?
Absolutely. So my big thing lately has been relatability. That has been my big thing because I think probably similar to a lot of reasons why people aren't big fans of Instagram right now is it's like they're just sick of seeing like the polished, always put together and that whole thing. And it's a fine line, right? Because you don't want to arrow your stuff out there. But at the same time, it's like people are really wanting to see behind the scenes, a little more transparency and, whether it's struggles that you're going through with real estate or whatever else. I posted a carousel with a couple of videos just talking about relatability and it was videos from 2017 that I first started doing and then also did like a little blooper montage in there and people loved it. I had so many like past clients reaching out to me and just saying like, oh, I'm so glad you kept at that or we wouldn't have met you. And I think it just evoked a lot of conversation that people are just craving that bit of, I don't know, relatability and approachability also.
So this was old videos that you were making, right? I think you said I've been in real estate for 4 or 5 years or something. And it was like your first videos.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah. That was super relatable, especially to other agents whose first videos are always awful. I mean, if you go back on our YouTube channel from 2015, I'm sitting on a couch, I'm filming with a GoPro, and we had a show called Closing Time. And I think it got like 15 views or something on YouTube. Even Brad McCollum's videos probably, well, maybe not his, but everybody else's videos sucked the first time they did it. So that's super relatable. And then Alyssa, I wanted to ask you, I saw on your Instagram story a couple of days ago, you had a listing that you had to do a listing video for. Maybe it was today or yesterday, but you couldn't come up with a listing idea yet. Did you come up with an idea for that? Or like, how did you brainstorm?
I did. Yeah. So I was sitting there just like, it doesn't always come easy. Like a lot of people think like, oh, they just pop these ideas out, and it's not always easy. And I just was not in a mode where I could come up with an awesome idea, what I felt was like an awesome idea. So eventually I just kind of pulled and pieced a couple things together, and shot it this morning. It involved wine. So that was kind of the state of not being able to come with things. And I included some wine, and we'll find out in a couple days if it worked or not.
Nice.
For those that are watching this, Eric has his 19th bachelor party in what seems like 6 months. So we're filming this on Tuesday. This will come out on Thursday, Alyssa. So your listing video will have come out the same day as the show, exactly. While Eric is in Cabo on another bachelor party. Right. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for notifying the audience about that. Yes, I will be. I will be in Cabo golfing on Thursday while everybody is watching this. Yeah. So shout out Alan Jepson.
Yes.
Katie, what is working for you right now in your real estate marketing? Are you going to Cabo this week?
I wish.
Are you going to Jepson's bachelor party too?
Yeah, you going to Jepson's?
I probably wouldn't hang out with them, but I would like to go to Cabo. That sounds nice. But what's working for me is showing the tactical side of what I'm doing for clients. So, BAM articles, sharing proof of success on some campaigns I'm running. I've been literally shocked at how into it my clients in Sphere have been. They love it, and they're just cheering me on. So showing the sweat. And there's so much talk on how we need to articulate our unique value props amidst all this, NAR stuff. So on top of doing that, we should just show ourselves doing these things in our content. I know social proof can get a little lame, but there's a lot of non-cringe ways that we can show our value, kind of fight off the agents get paid too much gossip that's going on out there. So 2 tactical tips. One is doing B-roll yourself. So B-roll doing the work. So creating an ad campaign for a listing, or circle dialing, or addressing I have a buyer letters, whatever you do. Just record what you're doing for your clients, and then do a voiceover explaining what you're doing in an interesting way. So you're clearly showing you're adding value to your clients. And second tip is to record yourself explaining this unique value offer to your clients, and explain it to someone that's clueless on the topic, because it comes out clear. Like Alex Hormozi says, assume the audience has no idea who you are, what you do, how it works, and that they have an elementary education.
Love that. 2 tactical tips right there.
Clip
tactical
that.
Tuesday on this Tuesday. That's a clip, Haley. That's fantastic. You know what would be funny is B-roll video of us trying to come up with videos, Dan, and it's just me in the background just like slamming my head against the wall, or just sitting there like drooling on myself for like 40 minutes, and then it's me saying like I'm trying to come up with these ideas. Maybe it's not that funny.
No, I think that would be really funny.
You could do some B-roll joke there.
I think if our text got leaked, that would be really funny. Some of the manufacturers.
I don't know about that. I don't know if funny is the right word. I think it would be criminal. Okay, anyway, great tactical tips, Katie. Great tactical tips, Alyssa. Dan, what about you? What's working for you, my friend?
What is working for me? Before I get into what's working for me, I'm going to get into, make sure that you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Make sure you get into BAMX, because that is obviously very important. And we all know the importance of call to actions here. What's working for me is 2 things. So one, to what Alyssa said, was the relatability. So I accomplished a bucket list item. I don't know if it's accomplished is the right word, but I went to a Bad Bunny concert over the weekend, and it was very significant to me. It's something that most people don't really know unless you're very close with me, and you've been in my car or have spent any time with me, and you know that I'm always listening to him and how much his music means to me, or whatever. But most people didn't know about it, and I put together clips of the concert and me singing it, and posted it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get chirped relentlessly. But the amount of positive feedback that people are still talking to me about it was really, really cool to see. Clients talking to me about it, agents, feedback on Instagram, all of the above. So I posted something that was completely irrelevant from real estate, completely irrelevant from anything. But at the same time, I think it goes back to the relatability, or it goes back to brand, and it goes back to people really like getting to know you like a little bit better, and kind of like pulling back that curtain. And Alyssa, to your earlier point too, like you have to keep it professional, and you have to toe that line. And I think I did it in a way where like I tore my ankle jumping on the seat to the song, one of the songs, but that was me, right? And like it's something I'm very passionate about, and I had a lot of fun. So that's what's working. And also I have a video that's going out in about 20 minutes. I just have Sammy putting the camera in my face, no professional camera, and just like filming, and just like if it's good, we're posting it and not caring, and it's getting good results. So that is what's working. Relatability. We talk about this every single week.
Yeah.
Go to a Bad Bunny
There's a little tip right there. Go to a Bad Bunny concert. Exactly.
Yeah. Listen to his music for 9 years. Learn Spanish. Minor in college in Spanish. go to New York City, watch him drive around in a bus for a concert, do all these things just for an Instagram post and for engagement. That's what works. Eric, can I tell you what I think is working for you?
Please.
Yeah, shout out to the YouTube commenter who said that we always pump each other's tires. I don't think we've ever said anything nice to each other. However, last night I stumbled upon your broadcast channel, and holy shit, sorry for cursing. I was going to kill the video likes here. I was laughing so hard because not only was it like tactical and there's like great tips in there, but also then it's just like, so it's tips and it's only Eric communicating to like himself and people like liking it. And then there's just like a 45-second video or voice note of him singing like, My Humps by like, or like the most random
Sean
songs.
Paul by Get Busy, actually. Yeah, I like bringing back the early 2000 hits. That actually was my tip, Dan, is if you have a broadcast channel, instead of just dropping text in there, drop audio in there. So you could just, I don't know if anyone here has like a local housing market channel, but instead of, posting your blog post or sharing your Instagram to your broadcast channel, do a little audio recording, 30 seconds of what's going on in the housing market or something interesting that popped up. That way they hear your voice and it just seems like a personal message that's going to them. So that actually was my tip. So that's a great layup right there, Dan.
You got me. Like you actually got me. I joined it and I was scrolling through it and I'm reading it right. Oh, okay, here's the walkthrough. Great. And then I'm like voice note. So I click on it and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is the fun. Like I was dying laughing. Now I'm making sure that I'm in here and you got me to scroll up all the way up. And by the way, what I would like to do is, if you guys would spare me 45 seconds here, I would like to share one of Eric's voice notes here in this broadcast channel with 5,000 people.
Oh, God. You could also just join the broadcast channel.
So here is NAR settlement, right? What not to post, what to post. And then you get Eric, random voice note. You just get caught off guard by. With us. Into the club, they won't flex with us. To get next to us, they want sex with us. From the name of Bonja, ignite my flame. Girl, I call my name and it is my fame. It's so good, girl, turn me on to the early morn. Let's get it on. Let's get it on to the early morn. It's so good, girl, wait till the ending. Shake that thing, miss. Kinda shake that thing, miss. Hold on. Shake that thing, yo, Miss One, the only one right back. So those are my thoughts on the NAR settlement. Have a great weekend, everybody. That right, like
yeah,
so
adding a little personality to the brand. Yeah. Exactly. It's a good move. If you have a broadcast channel, also make sure you share your tips or whatever you're doing to your Instagram story, and then let them know to join your broadcast channel for those exclusive tips. So Thank you, Dan, for that layup. Speaking of layups, I do just want to say thank you for everybody that watched BAM Fest yesterday. You can still use the code FEST for 30% off. BAMX, 30% off. That's going to be good for the next 5 hours. So make sure you use that right now because the price, Dan, the price actually is doubling. The price is literally doubling. And by the way, this is what we have in there now. This is a new announcement. We have BAMX in a box. We now give you 3 social media templates a week. We give you 2 video scripts and 1 email script every week based off the hot sheet show notes on data points. So there you go. Get into BAMX, use code FEST. All right, Alyssa, Katie, let's get into the best thing that we've seen this week. Let's react to some videos here. This is the favorite section of everybody. Katie, I will start with you. What is the best thing that you've seen that we want to react to right now?
Yeah, so my favorite thing this week is Lindsay Joe. She did a day in the life. If you want to play it, then I'll share why I really like it.
Let's do it.
I was humbled this morning, and not by my dog, who only loves me because I make him scrambled eggs every day, but actually I was humbled by my age today. 31 is feeling a little rough, y'all. I've been slanging real estate for the last 8 years, and today took a toll on me. I started my morning showing this super cute mid-century modern in Falls Church, but it was a little small for my client, so we passed on it. I had time in between my next showing, so I tried a new coffee shop, Rare Bird, and I got a butterscotch latte, and it was a solid like 6 out of 10. Then I drove to one of my listings to let an agent in to show it to his clients, and then I stalked them in the parking lot. Then I drove to Sterling to start another round of 6 showings. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Sterling. The houses legit look like gingerbread houses. While I was walking out of that house, my husband sent me this super cute video of our Roddy Saint at the dog park. And oh my God, I just can't even. Don't tell my husband, but I literally love Saint more than him. Then it was showings on showings on showings. Now, I've seen a lot of houses in my career, but today I saw one of the worst homes I've ever seen. I wish I had a video of the creepy torture chamber shed in the backyard because my client and I were convinced convinced that people were murdered back there. It was so bad that I couldn't even stay there to grab a clip of it. I ended the day with one more house, and of course, I was starving. I'm super strict about my diet, so everything I eat is a mix of 70% protein and 20% veggies. Just kidding, I ate a cookie. I hope you all had an eventful Sunday. Comment below and let me know what you all did today.
So I love that she started by making her Rottweiler that probably weighs more than she does scrambled eggs, because it's adorable and a touch ridiculous. But she's clearly showing us social proof. She's out showing home buyers. She stops by one of her listings, and the whole time she's referencing multiple neighborhoods throughout her market. So essentially, she's telling consumers, I work with buyers and sellers, and I work here and here and here. And she's making it all seem fun. Like, I would want to work with her. And I love how she threw in a local spotlight. It's a genius add-in to like break up all the houses and share more of her city. And she's subtly hilarious. The cookie comment got me. I really thought she was gonna like show me some carrot sticks.
Yeah, 70% protein every single meal. I was like, this is one of the craziest things I've ever heard, actually. So that was funny. Great mix of proof of business, personality, everything. What do you think, Dan?
I mean, I think that highlighted every single thing that we always talk about. Proof of social proof. She's busy. Her personal side, both her husband and her dog, her age, relatability. That was about as textbook as it possibly gets. The only thing I would say, if I may, was I would have added a little Sean Paul in the background.
Agreed. A little just give me the light, possibly.
Just give me the light and the shine. Wow,
exactly.
That's it. That's just that's a friendly critique.
Little Sean Paul in the background. A little music. Was there music in that one? Sometimes
not.
It doesn't come through.
It would have been a 10 out of 10 if there was a 1990s R&B song there. So 9.97 out of 10.
Yes, exactly. All right, great job, Lindsay. Alyssa, what is the best thing that you've seen this week?
So it is a listing video by Trey Serrano in San Antonio. Yeah, we'll watch it. And then it just goes into, listing video of his property. But I love those ones that are spliced in, like Chris Benjamin did one the other day. Like he rolled off the stretcher and was like in the living room of his listing video. I like these ones that it just makes you curious. You know what I mean? Like what is going on? And then like when it just shows his personality too, like getting hit in the head by the thing and those awesome moves, like popping the bottle back to the camera and stuff. Yeah, I thought it was just really clever.
While showing the house as the water bottle is getting swatted back and forth. Brilliant by Trey Serrano. I also like how those little hook videos, usually you just see the first version of them, like the first part, and then it goes into it. He used it 5 separate times right there. Sometimes, someone gets hit on the head with a pan, and then it goes into the video. This one, multiple hits on the pan. Shout out Trey Serrano.
Wait, that would actually be really funny.
I don't know what I'm talking about here. Like all I can think about is sunny Cabo, 75 degrees. I'm on the third hole. I got about 160 yards in. I'm 4 Coronas deep, and I have a 3/4 pitching wedge with a little wind at my back that I'm sticking within 5 feet. That's all I can think about right now. And BAMFest was a huge success.
Yes.
Great video, Alyssa. Great video, Katie. Dan, do you have a good video for us? Because you told me you were just going to send in a video of yourself. Is it the Bad Bunny photo?
No.
What are we seeing here?
No, actually, okay. I sent in a clip here of Amanda Palmieri on the team.
There we go. Let's throw it up.
If we could put this up here.
We do. There we go.
Thank you. Yes.
We're going to go around some of the audience members today and see just when they bought their homes and for how much. Come with me.
West Islip, under 200.
I bought my house in West Islip in 1986 for $122,000.
If you were buying a home today, what would you do?
I wouldn't be able to.
30 years ago for $185. Now my house is worth $1.1. If I was to buy my house right now, I would have to buy 5 houses compared to what I bought 30 years ago.
At least 20 years ago, south of Montauk Highway in Babylon was being built when we bought it. We didn't have it built, but it was being built. So we're the first owners. About 440.
Do you own a house on Long Island?
I do not.
Are you thinking about buying?
Eventually, yes. Frustrating because when you save a specific amount of money and then you go to buy a house, I mean, I'm always looking, you save this money and then they say, it's not enough. It's not enough. Even the down payments at this point, like you said, they're asking over $100,000. So, and even like rent now is a mortgage price. So I don't see myself leaving. I love Long Island. I love the South Shore. Born and raised here. I work in Babylon. I live in Babylon. So I'm just hoping my parents leave me the house when they move.
Okay. So that went on a little bit long, but the premise of it was Amanda used an event where she just asked a question, right? She did kind of like the woman on the street, and the video then got picked up by some of the viral Long Island accounts. It had, thousands of shares. It's hundreds of thousands of views right now. And it just kind of showed not only social proof, but it showed the overall sentiment of these people too, right? Like they could not afford to sell, or they couldn't afford to buy. But also I thought it was cool because it shows how much houses were 30 years ago, right? Like that one guy that was hammered was like, yeah, I bought my house for $110,000, but I'd have to buy 19 today, while he's slinging back Blue Point IPA. So anyway, great video by Amanda. I just thought showed social proof. It was unique. It was a woman on the street, wasn't reinventing the wheel, and it did numbies.
Yeah. It does show the power of home ownership too, when you see someone bought their house for $150,000 and now it's worth $10 million or whatever that guy said. So that was sick. That takes a lot of gumption, a lot of gonads. I was trying to come up with another word. That was the worst possible word.
Well, I think that video also could have used a little bit of a little Sean Paul there too. A little.
Have you guys done Man on the Street, Katie or Alyssa? Is that something that you've done before, the impromptu interviews?
No, but I sent that video to my team because I'm literally obsessed with it. It's such a good video. And I definitely do like throwback to like the last decade of prices or like this compared to that, and people love it. It always gets shared a ton.
The best is also after that video, she could go up to those people, give them their business card. Like I'm sure the person that said, no, I haven't bought yet, but I'm thinking of buying eventually. Yeah. Now Amanda's probably going to be her real estate agent because they had that conversation. And also these people, it's fun for them to be on camera. It's nice to do it at like a bar venue where people are a little loosened up. They're a little liquored up, right, Dan? So that's a good spot to do it. You don't want to go up to people at a funeral or a
speaking of I get you. I caught you loud and clear here. Speaking of funerals, Eric, what is the best thing that you've seen, and what is the most controversial potentially?
Yes, this thing will knock you dead. How about that? We were all going to be laying in our grave after this one. So this is possibly one of the best hooks. I know we say this every week, but this is incredible. This is a humorous, controversial hook that asks the age-old question.
Some people say size doesn't matter, but when it comes to decks, we tend to disagree.
I don't know, Paige. I don't think it's the size of the deck that's important, but how you use it. Look at this great setup that our sellers have out here, utilizing the full space.
This is a great setup. Do you have a small deck? Don't be intimidated by this big deck. Small decks can be great too. Check out the incredible views from this home's small deck on the upper level.
Both big and small decks are great, but we all know it's what's on the inside that really matters.
And sometimes you find a home that has it all.
Yeah. Back home smoking legal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign shit running on diesel, dog. Playing with my name, that shit is lethal, dog. Who you say what? Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it now, you gotta show me what you gotta do.
I think we can all agree that not only does this home have an incredible deck, but it also has everything you could want on the inside as well.
Contact us for more information or to schedule your private showing.
Just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall doesn't mean it.
All right, so obviously, I mean,
it's not the size of the deck.
Exactly. Good news for us, Dan. Also, this is fantastic because she actually shows the inside of the house after she said that with that incredible transition. They're playing in the indoor basketball court, little alley-oop. I don't know if she hired that guy.
I don't think that was the homeowner. I don't think that was some of this. The guy working at Jimmy John's down the street. That guy just did a 360 windmill dunk, man.
Yes, someone on the Utah Jazz possibly. I didn't recognize the guy, but that was crazy. So I texted Paige. And I said, how's the reception been? Obviously, there's been a few people in the comments saying this is inappropriate, but obviously this video is getting hundreds of thousands of views, so much exposure for our sellers, and ended up being extremely classy because of the way they actually showed the house. And all that matters is that you're getting views on the actual listing, right? Like, who cares if you have a few pissed off real estate agents? So she said, what?
I was like, who would get who would get offended by that, or maybe not offended, but who would see that or video and then say, I'm not buying this house because you ain't buying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of the clients or the buyers would get offended. It's always other agents that get offended by stuff. So she said, 2 of the best features about the house are the views in the sports court. So we wanted to feature those. And we thought talking about the big and little decks would be a good hook. She said a few rude comments, just saying the marketing is trashy and that we're basically OnlyFans realtors, but most good responses. All the comments are funny. So it takes, again, like you gotta be able to take the heat from these. If you're gonna post a video like this, if you're gonna do a Shane Bergman and squirt mayonnaise in your face and joke about announcements or whatever, like you're gonna end up taking heat from some of these. So Alyssa, what were your thoughts on this video? Do you think it was trashy or did you think it was fantastic?
I thought it was really smart. Yeah. I mean, there are so many layers to it too. I mean, like those captions, though, like they're like behind her, those were really cool. And then just showing off, like the feature, it was funny. It made you like want to keep watching it. And then it also like, then when they transitioned to the inside, there was like almost like a second hook, right? Like you watch the outside and then you watch because the basketball player like doing his thing. And I thought it was really smart.
It was like 2 videos in one. Katie, what did you think of it?
I loved it. I sent it to like everyone I'm friends with. I think it was awesome. I think it was hilarious. Hook. I mean, anyone that doesn't like it is a hater. That seller is probably super fun to work with. And she's not going to do that without running it by him. I mean, she's a professional and I'm sure everyone was on board and it got tons of exposure exactly like she planned. So good for her.
Good comedic timing too. The way they were saying deck and almost saying the other word was, I thought, pretty smart.
The other word? I don't even understand what the backlash I'm confused. Eric, can you explain?
Use your imagination. Use your imagination. Also, if you don't want to use your imagination and you just want your content done for you, you know what you should do? You should stand out from the crowd with Reminder Media, a resource that you have to check out. You get your own branded print and digital magazines, email newsletters, and social media content. Reminder Media delivers these resources to your contacts on autopilot, keeping you top of mind with your database. All you got to do is focus on your follow-up calls and watch referrals and repeat business. Come in, check the link in the description. That was a great transition there into Reminder Media. Alyssa, Katie, any final thoughts here about marketing or where we're at here in April on anything? Anything? You guys got anything on marketing? Dan, any final thoughts? Alyssa,
thoughts?
anything you guys want to say? We got Join BAMX, come to BAM Camp. We got Katie speaking, Impacts Over Likes. That's June 6th. Alyssa, are you flying up for BAM Camp in DC?
No, it's opposite side of the other Washington. If it was in my Washington,
that's right.
But the next one on this side of the coast, I'm there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Dan, you'll be coming to BAM Camp DC. This is our in-person event, June 6th. Definitely come check it out. We got Ken Pozak, the keynote of all keynotes, the branding legend, the YouTube king, the how to turn your brand into a real estate media company. He is the man. So definitely come and check that out.
He's got a huge deck at his
huge
house.
Deck on Ken Pozak. Absolutely. Exactly. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the New Viral Agent YouTube channel. Make sure you follow Alyssa to see some of the best listing videos. Her video just came out today. See the new listing video that she just dropped about wine, possibly. Make sure you follow Katie Lucy because Katie Lucy is going to be doing some women on the street stuff. She's going to be going up to people on the golf course in Jupiter, snatching the balls out from under them before they hit the golf shot. Bringing them drinks. And then, of course, go follow Danny Deals if you want to see him falling out of a chair at a Bad Bunny concert. Thank you, everybody.